It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, a few years ago, wedding cakes were always tiered confections covered in white icing. Now, a bakery can create anything your heart desires, so you can celebrate your big day in style. New decorating techniques evolve on a daily basis, and it can be hard to keep up with what's current, especially now that the year draws to a close and we move into the festive season. It's important to stay up to date with the latest in cake decorating and how you can create some spectacular creations for your next celebration. Well, this morning we're joined by the ladies from Lion Heart Patisserie Studio, Nikki Albertine and Carmen Duroc, to give us a roundup of the latest in cake decorations and, of course, share some of those valuable tips on decorating the perfect cake. Ladies, so good to have you on the show this morning. All right, so how did Lion Heart come about?
So, Carmen and I have been friends for many, many years. We've known each other for over 20 years. We've always dreamt about doing something together. We knew it would be in the food space. We didn't know that it was going to be this.
Yeah.
But after we went our separate ways after school in terms of what we were studying, Carmen went into digital marketing, I went into graphic design.
Wow.
I did a part-time pastry course at Silwood while I was working, fell in love with the art of patisserie and started Lion Heart as a side project.
Okay.
It became a full-time gig. Carmen came back from London after being working there for a while, and yeah, we haven't looked back since.
Oh, that's amazing. So your Lion Heart Patisserie is known for attention to detail. Where do you draw your inspiration from?
Well, I think we do sort of draw our inspiration from our surroundings, I think, as a lot of designers do. I mean, whether it's architecture or whether it's a watercolor abstract art piece, sort of unconventional colors that we can draw from, and we sort of apply that within the cake design space.
Yeah. Sometimes when I look at cake decorations, it really does look like a work of art. How has cake decorating kind of evolved over the years?
It has evolved a lot, I think. I think what we're used to is either the really tall, standard white fondant wedding cakes, or we're just used to quite one plain color, sort of chocolate forked on icing cakes. I think, as I was saying, it's definitely gone more into the design, artistic space, unconventional colors, applying that and, you know, having that sort of as your canvas and using your sort of artistic expression and applying that.
It's gorgeous.
It has definitely changed a lot.
It really, really has. I know that you're known for your buttercream covered cakes. Why buttercream and not fondant?
So, first of all, we absolutely love the taste of buttercream. Fondant, we highly respect the art form of fondant, particularly sugar craft flowers and those goodies. But we love the artistic expression and flexibility that we can achieve with buttercream. It just aesthetically appeals to our style, and yeah, we just love what we can create with it.
I love what they can create with it as well, and that's why I'm so excited, because we don't want you to go anywhere, as Carmen and Nikki will be back with us to give us a rundown of the latest trends in cake decorations for 2018, as well as showing us how to create a trendy cake for the festive season. It's going to be bold, mesmerizing, beautiful, and utterly delicious.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Now, as the year draws to a close, we're getting excited about trend predictions for 2018. The ladies from Lion Heart Patisserie live and breathe baking and decorating and can spot trends before they even happen. So we're back with them in the kitchen, and this time they're going to give us their roundup of cake decorating trends for the year ahead, as well as showing you at home how to apply these trends to your own bakes. So thank you so much for being with us once again, and I have to just marvel at Zoe's beautiful cake stand over there. Really, really wonderful. All right, so let's waste no time. What are the trends for cake decorating in 2018 that we need to be aware of?
I definitely think the use of colour is definitely going to become more of a focus. As you can see, we're using unconventional colours and matching them together. Although 2017, the tall, very sharp-edged, smooth cakes were very big, 2018 still tall and sharp-edged, but now we're starting to use those colors and create some texture with that by applying it in layers. Instead of sugar flowers, we feel that fresh floral is definitely more of a focus as it was in 2017.
Yeah.
So sort of applying your artistic expression in that front on the flowers as well.
So does it still apply that everything on the cake needs to be edible or not so much anymore?
I don't necessarily think so. I mean, I think that with flowers, beautiful fresh flowers for me is going to be more of a focus. And I mean, they can easily just be removed and the cake can then be cut up and enjoyed. So shouldn't really change the taste of the cake, seeing as sugar flowers don't necessarily taste as great in any way. So.
Love it. Okay, so we're in the festive season, and I think that the festive season is always a great reason to bake a cake and decorate the cake. What would you have in terms of festive season decorating kind of trends?
So in terms of the decorative side of the edible decorations, we definitely recommend working with some chocolate details, like the details that we have made for this cake today, which Carmen will be applying. It's just melted white chocolate that we apply onto baking paper, let it set, and then peel it off, and it kind of like does its thing. So this cake you could do in a color palette of whites and golds, maybe some greens and reds added into like the watercolor. In terms of fresh flowers, definitely poinsettias. They're beautiful, just a statement cake, plain white with some stunning poinsettias kind of stealing the show.
Stunning.
And there's also been a recent trend in terms of buttercream piping of flowers. You can do really stunning Christmas floral, like hydrangea piping of buttercream flowers.
Okay. Well, we've got so many elements here. Are we going to add this to this beautiful creation?
For sure.
Okay,
Definitely.
go for it.
As Nikki was saying, we quite do enjoy using chocolate decorations.
I love that.
Instead of using sort of other sugar decorations. As she said, we melted the chocolate, colored it, and then just had it cool.
Yeah.
This can then just be applied on top of the cake.
Beautiful.
We then have a metallic liquid if you're needing the gold splatter, especially around the festive season. And with a paintbrush, this can easily just be applied. You can even paint along some of the texture.
It's such a work of art. It's beautiful.
And hopefully it tastes as good as what it looks as well.
I really hope you guys are getting a
that is
close-up on this.
super
it's
important.
So gorgeous. Very
There
nice.
you go. And that's that.
Very
Simple,
nice.
but hopefully elegantly beautiful.
Gorgeous. I love it. It's a work of art. I don't
Thank
know
you.
if I want to eat it, but I'll eat it as well. Thank you so much to
Thank
Nikki
you.
Albertine and Carmen Durek, of course, from Lion Heart Patisserie, showing us everything that can be done in the world of cake decorating and how the world of cake decorating has changed. So if you've been inspired this morning, why don't you go and do something absolutely delicious and beautiful this festive season?